I am very impressed with this equity curve. When I
Yeah.
see this, I see someone that is extremely consistent and someone that also knows how to manage a drawdown, because you have the drawdown and then you create the bottom, and that's the only bottom in that drawdown. So what I see here is a very disciplined and consistent trader. All right, welcome everyone to another trader interview here with The5ers. Today we have Bruno. He is a trader from Argentina. He has a 70K high stakes account. He has scaled this from 60K to 70K, and he had multiple payouts, three payouts, almost 10K USD in profits. Very nice, a profitable trader, consistently profitable. Welcome, Bruno. How's it going?
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
I am good. Welcome, and
Good.
thank you for doing this interview. To start off, maybe
Yes.
you could tell the audience a little bit about yourself, where you started in trading, and talk us through a little bit about your trading journey.
Okay. I'm electronic engineer. I started trading about 3 years. I started trading crypto because of the volatility. The volatility is the trader friend. So, but I lost all my money. So I need to change the focus. So I started trading with parameters and trying to build a system that can be consistently profitable. So it took me 3 years to do that. And then I started looking for prop firms. I found The5ers, and I saw the requirements that The5ers ask you. So to meet The5ers requirements, I have to adjust my system. So I use a method called the Monte Carlo simulation to adjust my parameters, because my main problem was the risk that I used in my accounts. That's why I failed. Then I began to see my system being consistently profitable
Nice.
along the time.
Okay, so you started with crypto and you lost all your money. I heard that before, and
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, I started with crypto as well. I invested in Bitcoin first back in 2015. I lost a
Mm-hmm.
lot of money on that as well. So yeah,
Yeah, with the hype.
it's high volatility and yeah, dangerous. But yeah, so you started building a system, and it took you 3 years to become profitable. And I think 3 years is good
Yes.
time. We got new traders coming in,
Yeah.
and I think they're going to be profitable in 3 months, 6 months. Yeah, it's more like years.
Yeah. It's not a game to get rich quick.
Exactly.
It's a marathon, to say something like that. Because if you're going to do this for a long time, you need to build robust systems, not only
Definitely,
win
definitely.
some
And I like
time and yeah.
I really like how you went into the Monte Carlo simulation and you tried to adjust your risk parameters to fit the criteria of the firm. That's
Yes.
also very important to make sure that you're not risking too much on the trades. So,
No, people think that when you're doing risk management, is relative with the win rate and your your risk reward. And there are also another parameters, like how many trades you take, how risk per trade, and the take profit loss ratio, and how the total months you want to trade. So there are a lot of parameters, not only that.
definitely. And you said that you've developed your system yourself. Did you
Yes, yes, I do.
did you have any type of motivation? Was there anything you saw that, okay, I'm gonna take this and then I'm gonna build on that?
If you have the most information, you can take better decisions if you have more information. So it took me 3 years because I combine fundamental analysis with technical analysis with risk management, not only technical analysis. technical analysis only give you in my system entry points, know the direction. For you to have the bias, you need to do the work fundamentals, because the market discounts news and events and that.
And is that what you're doing today? Are you mixing fundamental analysis with the technical analysis today?
Yes, I am mixing fundamental analysis to give me a bias, and then I take trades in certain points with my technical indicators.
Right. Is there any possibility that we might take a look at your 5ers dashboard, the hub, if you have that
Yes,
available?
yes, of course.
That looks nice. That looks very, very good. I'm interested to see what's your win rate on this one. If you can scroll down, we can look at the win rate.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. That's
79%.
80%.
Yes, 80%, almost 80%.
Wow, that's very good. I also
I have
like the fact that we're watching at the we're also seeing the numbers here. We see that the average profit is lower than the average loss. So on average, your losers are bigger than your winners,
yes,
and that tells me that you're looking for a negative risk to reward. Is that correct?
yes, I use negative risk reward. Yes, because when I done my Monte Carlo simulation, I need that parameters to be profitable. I try my systems with risk reward 101, 201, but didn't work for me. So I need more risk. The
Wow,
price
I must say
needs to. Yes.
I am very impressed with this equity curve. When I
Yeah.
see this, I see someone that is extremely consistent and someone that also knows how to manage a drawdown, because you have the drawdown and then
Yes.
you
Oh.
create, yeah, and you create the bottom, and that's the only bottom in that drawdown. So what I see here is a very disciplined and consistent trader. Are you a day trader or a swing trader, or maybe somewhere in between?
No, I'm a day trader. I only trade the New York session.
Okay, so this looks very, very interesting. I would love to perhaps go into trading view and maybe look at a couple of setups. Maybe you can walk us through the way you're trading, your system, and what pairs you're trading and how much you're risking, and those sort of things. And I'm also interested to see how are you combining the fundamental analysis with the technical analysis here.
Okay. So this is my trade setup. In the trading view, I look for the time frame 5 minutes, and I used hide this so you can see when I add in the indicators. I use VWAP auto anchor and take the 4,000 the 4,000 length. So it's like 2 weeks in 5 minutes time frame is like looking like 2 weeks.
Weeks back.
So yes, with weeks back. So I use the highest high and the lowest low. So this draw the selling power and when it started. So this is the view up from the highest high. So I see the selling pressure. I have two standard deviations, so I can see the price moving in this range. So if I'm looking to sell euro, I'm looking to sell in the upper bands of the VWAP. So I'm selling here. Also, if I'm long, I'm looking to buy in the VWAP points, like here, and well, in this setup, maybe here, and I used to trade with the smart money concepts to look for some support and resistance, but I don't it's not so important because the support and resistance can be broken. So it's not the only thing.
Okay, do you have so this is all very interesting. It's the first time I'm seeing VWAP being used in this way. You also
Yeah.
have an indicator here at the bottom. What is that
Yeah,
indicator?
it's this indicator is KDJ. It's like stochastics, but it's draw the a different. It's built different. You have
Okay.
only two parameters: period and signal. I use this only for looking for divergences. So
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Do you have perhaps a previous setup, a trade that you've taken, and maybe you can walk us through what happened on that one? What's your confirmation of entry and stop loss and TP and all of that, if you can?
if you see this, perhaps I look for fundamentals. Okay, fundamentals generate volatility in the market. So after the news event, there is a window. So if I'm biased long and the news came bearish, for to say, the price come down in this event. So once the market is stabilized and I see the KDJ is at the bottom, it's time to enter. So I enter this position long bias.
Do you analyze the fundamentals? Do you analyze the news, or do you use trade? Do you trade the news because of the volatility, or are you looking at what's the outcome of the news event and then try to make your analysis on what you think will happen based on the news event?
I try to understand why the market does that move. Obviously, is I'm long bias right in this moment because the VWAP tell me that there is a strong buying power and they are buying in this range all the way. Like 4 days, they were buying 3 days, then explodes, and it was only a correction. So
Right. You
yes.
look at the news event as an opportunity to enter lower because you think price will eventually go higher. So that news event gives you the opportunity to enter.
Yes, and trying to understand what the market is expecting and what they are looking. So I divide the fundamentals in three types of fundamentals. Not only fundamentals are news. They consist in lagging indicators, lagging fundamentals, coincident fundamentals, and leading fundamentals. If I see that the news today is retail sales, month of months, I know that is a coincident indicator, but that tells you what the United States economy is right now. So that new is not going to change the bias of the market. If this new is interest rate decision, can change the bias of the market. So that is the way I analyze news.
Right. So you're looking at the retail sales month to month, and you're thinking this is not going to change the overall sentiment of the market because it's basically telling you what the market is doing right now.
Yes.
And then you're looking at interest rate decisions as something that might change the direction of the market going forward for a long time.
That's right. Also, when the Fed is speaking, you don't know what they're going to say. So it's a leading indicator in fundamental analysis. So you have to watch out from that news.
So here you have inflation rate. Is this was this something you traded based on, or did you take a trade around this?
Yes, I took this trade because it was showing I'm long bias right now in this moment. So when the news come up, the inflation show that is going to be lower or was lower than the forecast. So after the news, I entered long. Also, I was looking the smart money concepts in this moment, and this indicator KDJ showed me that it was a bottom. It was at the bottom. It was red. When it turned green, it's telling you that it's probability that is price going to be higher.
Right. Okay. So you looked at the numbers of the inflation data, and then you thought, okay, this should be bullish for the market, and then you entered long based on that.
Yes, of course. I'm looking for the technicals to entry points, to high probability entry points. So if I'm seeing this in this setup, there was a break of a structure in this level. So if the price went down from this level, I will exit my trade. But I give room to the trade to move. So after the news event, I look for the KDG for to tell me that it could be a bottom, and also how the price action is doing. If I see after a big candle, smaller candles can be a zone that they are buying. So I buy in this zone and make the trade right.
So you have a, on average a negative risk to reward ratio, but then of course the high win rate is what makes you profitable. But I'm curious,
Yes.
on a trade like this, where would you have your stop loss or a mental stop or whatever? Let's say you enter on.
Okay. If I take this trade in this level, I give room like 1-to-1. I try to take risk based on levels, not on volatility. I do probabilistic analysis on the actives to have a sense of the volatility of the euro. If I know the euro normally moves 100 pips, 150 pips, I know that they are in my parameter. So I have in this level, I have the stop loss, and it's 180 pips. So it's in my standard. So I take the trade. The risk reward is 163, but I don't look that. I'm looking to reach levels. If the new high is this one and the price break that level, maybe a good time to take profits and close the trade.
Yeah, I really like that idea. I like the idea that because personally in my own trading, I'm also transitioning, looking at risk to reward from a different perspective. You talked about your trading level to level, and you don't really care about the risk to reward. You see that there's a level here, and there's probability the price will reach that level. And if you're able to make money on that move, it doesn't really matter what the risk to reward is, right? Because you see that probability of moving higher. So really like that concept, and I'm having more and more of these interviews every day with traders that use a negative risk to reward. So it's kind of like they're showing a whole new picture than what we see on social media, where everyone's saying like you need to let your winners run, you need to let your winner, every winner, they have to be bigger than the losers, you know. And that's actually some of the most profitable traders I've done these interviews with are people that have a negative risk to reward ratio and a high win rate. So I think that's actually a key here to success. Of course, now it all comes down to personality and personal trading style as well. But I think it's definitely opening our minds to a new perspective in trading that says you can be profitable with smaller winners and bigger losers, which is very fascinating. Let me ask you, how many, you're only trading Euro USD, right?
No, I also trade GBP USD CAD.
Right. Okay. So
I used to trade AUD, Aussie dollar, but the volatility was too much for my trading style. So I moved to Euro, GBP that are more conservative, for
nice
to say.
So how many trades would you say that you take per day or week?
Let me see. This one, 15 goals. I took almost 50 trades in two weeks.
Wow. Okay. So that's quite a lot of trades. So you're taking multiple
Yes.
trades every day.
No, I try to take I try to divide my entry points. So if I enter here and the price move down, I enter with another position. I trade the same movement but in different levels. So I don't buy all my lots in one point because
Okay. So you have
I found
multiple.
out.
Okay. So you have
Yes,
multiple positions in one trade setup.
yes,
So if
yes.
I ask you this, then how many trade setups would you say that you have on a normal day?
A normal day, one setup. I only trade the news because the market is moving in one direction and then it may reverse like this. So I only trade one move and that's it. One trade, but with different positions.
You're only trading when there's a news day.
Yes, news day because the volatility.
Oh, that's
I
fantastic. It's very cool. I try to stay away from news days.
if you look in this day, the 14th of August, there's no news and the volatility was only less than 100 pips. So it's low volatility and you can't profit from that.
That's very true. I think volatility is what makes us money. If we're able to catch that volatility, that's great. Of course, it's quite risky to trade news, and of course, we have the rules as well for not trading news. But that's
Yes.
2 minutes before and 2 minutes after, and of course, you can get in after the news as well. Okay, Bruno. So I think we've been able to get a lot of information out here in this
Okay.
short amount of time. Very interesting to
Yes.
see the way that you're trading. Is there anything else you would like to say before we wrap this up? Maybe give some advice to someone who's just starting out in trading. Where should they start, and how should they start their journey?
To read a book that is called Reminiscence of a Stock Operator.
That's a great one.
Yes,
Reminiscence of
the
a Stock
life.
Operator. That's a good one.
Yeah, that one. And it can change your perspective towards trading. So it's a business. You need to treat it like a business. It's not a gambling. Everyone is afraid of losing money, but you have to be less. You have to have less fear than the others.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's very good. Very good, man.
Okay.
Well, I would like to thank you for joining this interview today. Thank you for joining here, and I would like to wish you all the best and good luck on your future journey here in trading. And it looks like you're going to scale that account in not a long time, because obviously the statistics looks great on your hub. All right, man.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you.
Hi guys, so thank you very much for watching the video. Now make sure you like and subscribe, and most of all go into the YouTube and check our other content that we provide here at The 5ers. We'll see you in the next one.